Hello, everybody. Back with part two for Capricorn. I'm sorry we're a little bit later uploading this message, you guys. So if you're just now seeing this message, it's because I actually did part one and had to freeze everything and then come back and do part two. So I am now pretty much going to give y'all a refresher. There's some points that I made from the previous reading that we'll go over before we go ahead into clarifying the oracle messages that we got. Okay, so Capricorn, I'm sorry I did say extended, but that should have been a part two because I did clarify the energy a little bit further for the rest of the collective and the other zodiac signs. So I'm going to make sure I don't shortchange you, Capricorn. So y'all are actually getting a bit of a more in depth reading, should I say. So uh, that's on me because I made the mistake of ending y'all's reading too soon previously, but I am so sorry about how that went down. I think I did that on, I don't know, I'm not sure, but I'm quite positive I may have done that on Father's Day. Um Anyways, there was something going on. I think I had an appointment or something was going on at that time. So I had to stop the message where I did. All right, y'all. So please take this on me. I'm going to give you a deeper clarification. Let's recap. So, Capricorns, pretty much the gist of it is stop focusing on how rather than the fact that, listen, it is going to happen. I feel like in the beginning here, with the thinking woman journey, and what's interesting here is I'm seeing you solo, but I'm also seeing someone else that is on a journey. So you could be thinking about another feminine energy, but this person is not here at the beginning. So I feel like in the past, there was a situation where you were hoping that something would happen. You were promised it would happen. Rather than listening to your intuition, I feel like you started to worry about things with the thinking woman. This is you starting to really kind of meddle in the situation, right? Um, Rather than allowing this thing to manifest, okay? Allowing this journey to just take place, right? So now I also pointed out the fact that you won't require anything but patience in order to manifest this, which is more beautiful than anything. And it's so simple, which we make things so difficult when we start trying to help God out with the things that are happening, you know, above us and behind us. Those things we can't control basically. Those things that we aren't supposed to try to control. Some things are left for God. Like me, this is for entertainment purposes only. I have a disclaimer in my about tab. All of my readings are. The energy is real, okay? And I read it based on my intuition. However, I can't tell you that this is a science and a fact, and I know that this is happening, but I can tell you based on the energy that I'm reading and seeing that's coming through for you as I manifest my intentions throughout this reading and my purpose for the collective and this channel itself, and then me as a person, and never, ever wanting to uh, direct anyone in a false path or some sort of a pipe dream because it sounds good for the day. No, no, no. I don't care if I get 5 views or if I get 500 or 5,000. I have some videos where I do get my numbers up there, but that's when the algorithms were working in my benefit. We're working on that now by liking the video. I do forget to tell you guys because I feel like you guys will like the video if you like it. But please thumbs up the video. Sometimes folks just forget. But as a courtesy and to help out the channel, folks, thumbs up the video. You have been the small number of you, and it has been helping and it has been showing in the details. Don't worry about how many other people like the video. Just worry about on an individual basis. Queen Cancer asked me to thumbs up the video. I'm going to thumbs up the video. Okay. Thank you so much for that as well. And I appreciate all of your likes. Like I said, I don't care if there's 2 likes or if there's 25. Okay. So I really appreciate you. It's the least of those that, you know, I feel like is the priority for me, not the majority. I don't have to go with the majority, but I do speak truth. All right. And it flows through so profoundly. And I do thank God for just blessing me with, you know, just what he has, the gift that he has blessed me with, period. So, having said that, all you have to do is wait. All you have to do is be patient here, period. Third chakra, Archangel Shamuel. I thought about this and it does talk about life force energy. It talks about your enthusiasm to finish things, right? I feel like a year from now, you're going to be sitting back, smiling and laughing at the time where you were sitting worried about, like, when is this going to happen, because the fact is that it was all perfectly being timed. You may be going through something, or spirit may be dealing with you in a certain way to where these other things would only be distractions, right? So God knows. God knows. And I speak from experience in my current situation, folks. I have to wait. I can't just have what I want to have because I feel like I need to have it. It's not about me. I don't control everything, period. Okay. I don't want to either. But I am so thankful that I'm able to appreciate God's timing because it's perfect and it's not mine. So I have to accept all the time in between, you understand, while I'm waiting. Be patient. All you have to do is be patient. That's it. And thankful because you know that it's going to happen. Ask for help from others. Again, the divine is saying no need to ask for anyone else. You've already asked me, I've already promised you. So now what? What are you asking for? There's nothing to ask for. Within the next few weeks here, and trust. Yeah, there's going to be trust that's required on your part. I feel like within the next few weeks, you may be really tempted to reach out to others, but Spirit is going to reward you. Do you see what I'm saying? Spirit is going to reward you in the end. Listen, you see this? There's 2 people here now. You see, there's someone with this feminine energy. It's another feminine energy. So there may be someone that you're manifesting coming back through. Listen, with financial constraints and attachment under the deck, like I wanted to point out to you, listen, just because you have to compromise something, because here we go with deceit and compromise as well under the deck. Just because you have to compromise something, don't be deceived by thinking that just because you had to do that, that you're not going to get what you want in the end. Period. Period. Compromise does not mean surrender everything. It does not. 2 different meanings. Okay. So as long as you're holding on this attachment to this loss, as long as you're holding on to that emotional loss, do you see what I'm saying? That you're never going to be able to grasp or learn the lesson or grasp, you know what I'm saying? The fact that it's not a loss when it's right there in your face again. You're not going to be able to appreciate that. that it's there rather than the fact of what you thought you lost, or you lost at one point, or you thought you lost it, and this is how you felt when you lost it, I mean, we don't have time to keep going backwards. There's an energy of don't be deceived. Don't allow a compromise to deceive you into that energy of feeling like it's gone forever. You're going to miss out on something beautiful. And this is what something beautiful is. In the future energy, like I said, we have perfect timing. Again, like I was saying, things are going to happen when they're meant to, not when you want them to. See, yes, we have now, Spirit is saying, yes, you can have this now. You can have this now. You see what I'm saying? When things got tough and rough, you didn't do any of the stuff because you knew it was already being done. We have patience and we have opportunity. Okay? Patience is bringing the opportunity. You waiting on it is bringing it. This is a direct manifestation that just took place right before your very eyes, Capricorn. And this is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. So let's go ahead and clarify this. Um, I want to use this oracle deck as well. So I am going to pull one card for each. Okay, so there's the past energy here. So we have left you hanging. Left you hanging. I do feel like there was someone with no closure, no contact, and left on red. I feel like this person did go off on their own journey. There was another person, I feel like. And I feel like you were hurt and you're longing for this person. This person may have even promised they would be back. And once this journey was complete, then there would be contact again. But you're focused on thinking about the journey that this person is on rather than maybe the reason why they're on that journey, or what they're going to be learning, what you can be learning in the meantime, so that when this journey is over, you can appreciate, you know what I'm saying, on both ends. See, we have goodbye underneath the deck here, and then we have no strings. See, I feel like this is what was so difficult for you, is that you had to say goodbye with no strings. Like you couldn't, there was nothing you could do about it. This person was already on their way. You felt like this person left you hanging. It kind of, it just felt like it was not going to come back for you. But that's not the case. Let's look at the tarot messages before we move on. I'm glad I pulled this deck out for a reason, or at least I had it close by my side. So let's look at the tarot for the past energy for you, Capricorn. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides, tell us about Capricorn, please. Tell us about Capricorn. What is the past energy for Capricorn, please? Holy Spirit, angels, and guides, tell us about Capricorn, please. What is the past energy? Okay, that was pretty ugly. For Capricorn. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides, tell us about Capricorn, please. So we have the lovers here. Okay, Gemini energy. You could have been dealing with a Gemini. Under the deck, the Nine of Pentacles. See, there was a soul tie connection, and someone went off to do their own thing. Someone went off to see the world. Someone went off to be independent. This could be a child. This could be a teenager going off to college. This could be a teenager that's just leaving the house, moving out on their own. You may have had some energy where, this person left a lot. It made you were very concerned. I feel like it left you with a lot of concern because of how close you were with this person, and the fact that they just broke ties here. This is letting me know that yes, this was an abrupt type of a situation. You go from soul tie connection and this balance and this close communication to just this person now just wants to do their own thing. They're saying goodbye and there's no strings attached. Like it's almost like you can't be mad about me leaving. You have to let me go. So I feel like you have to let this person go. So I feel like this person is of age or they're of decision, they're of ability to make this decision to just walk away. There's no real strings attached here. So this is not a marriage type situation. There's no contract being broken, nothing like that. Do you see what I'm saying? With the Eight of Cups, I even feel like it was difficult for this person to walk away and be independent. So I don't even feel like this person had a hard time walking away from you, Capricorn, when they left. But this was something they felt they needed to do. And this, they were divinely guided here. So let's look now at the current energy. I'm going to pull an oracle message here. Ask for help from others is in the reverse here. So this is a season where you should not be doing anything because it's already done. See, we have GPS here. All right. So this is an energy of, you know, trying to figure out what direction you need to go, basically. I just think about someone getting in their car and they want to go somewhere, right? But they need to put the GPS in so that they can get instructions on how to get to where they're going, right? Underneath the deck here, we have married and we have spiritual. So there's some sort of a promise or a contract, right? I feel like with the divine has already promised that they would get you there, or they already promised that you were going to get there, basically. So, and that they had this, right? So basically, if you're in the passenger seat, why are you putting information into the GPS if you're not even the driver? Ooh, my ears just started to ring because that's that's what's happening here. You already have this contract with the divine. You already, it's either you agree to believe that you're, going to allow the divine to take you down this path, down this journey. You're not going to worry about it. You're not going to take over, start thinking about it, trying to control it from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You're just going to kind of sit back, enjoy the ride. Okay. Listen, we have illumination here, truth, discovery, awakening. Okay. This is seeing the truth, not being deceived. Okay. Not being deceived, seeing the truth of the situation here, opening your eyes that listen, the opportunity is already there. The opportunity is already there. We're going to put this here because I feel like currently, I feel like your eyes are starting to open. That is why we have asked for help from others in the reverse. You're realizing, I feel like in this season right now, that you need to allow spirit to do this thing for you. That you have no control over this. This was already a done deal. Period. Literally already a done deal. Spirit already had this covered. Okay? How are you going to put GPS? How are you going to type information into God's GPS system? Hello. I don't want to touch God's GPS system. Do you understand? period. I just want to just like power it on, okay? And then I will sit back and let the Tesla take me where it needs to go. Tell me about this current energy here for Capricorn, please. Tell me about. So we have the Seven of Cups. Okay. So I feel like it is a time of confusion where you don't really have clarity because you don't have all the answers that you want to know, and you're feeling like emotionally kind of like conflicted because you are in a season where it's getting difficult. We are almost out of that season. The first few weeks of June, which listen, once we hit June 9th, we were already in that point, I feel like, of the current energy of realization. Now that we're coming out of that realization that God's got this, I feel like that's when we're going to really hit a plateau. Like things are really going to start to come through. But right now, things are confusing. It feels like it's not happening. Like we need to do more than what we're doing, which is just believing and being patient and thankful. See, we have the Magician. This is us trying to do stuff. This is us trying to make things happen, trying to manifest our own ending when we've already had this agreement that it was already done. But with that Nine of Cups, there we go. Wish fulfillment, just not satisfied. Like there's just something missing. There's something missing. You have got to add your 2 cents to it. And I feel like that's not what needs to happen. I feel like that's not what needs to happen. So that Magician and that Nine of Cups is also an energy of no matter what you do, okay, you can't assist the divine. It will never be enough. You see what I'm saying? There's not enough assistance in the entire world of Mother Teresa's if everyone in the world was one. Do you understand what that meant? So listen, there's not enough that you can do to assist God. Period. He needs no help. I keep saying this to y'all, and I feel like it is resonating at this point. I feel like before it wasn't because you were so involved in the goodbye. You were so caught up in the fact that this hurt you, that this was devastating. And it was. Trust me, I resonate heavily with that energy. I get it. I got it. I had it. But I release it when God said he had this from this point. There was nothing that I could do. This was a spiritual situation. This battle had to be a spiritual battle, not a physical one. You see, there's the energy of there's no action you could take that could ever be enough for God. You can never help God enough trying to fix your situation here, period. See that third chakra, Archangel Samuel? See what I'm saying? Like I said, allow things to come to fruition on their own. You will be thankful and grateful for this. All right. So, patience and opportunity. Yes. Yes. And perfect timing here. Tell us about this future energy coming through here for Capricorn. Tell us about the future energy for Capricorn, please. So, we have workplace affair. Workplace affair, to me, that energy is things are happening. Okay, things are happening all around you and you don't even realize it, that it's taking place. That's kind of like what a workplace affair is. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is going on right underneath your nose, right? Underneath the deck, karmic lesson. See? And then we have family. Ooh, that is beautiful. I feel like, again, this is happening on your behalf. Things are happening, are working on the side in your behalf here. This is, I feel like your family is coming back together for some of you. You may be reuniting with a family member. Um, I feel like there is some lesson that was learned in this time. That's why you had to be patient. See what I'm saying? You felt like you were deceived by the fact that you had to compromise, which was what this time frame while this person was learning this lesson. You could never. That's the that should be the most. You should be so happy to have given up that time for this loved one to have gone through whatever this situation is, to have brought them through, to have learned a lesson, to now you're even closer, I feel like, than you were before this journey. All right. So I feel like this financial constraints and attachment, like there's energy of letting go of the loss, letting go of the loss, not being deceived by the fact that you had to compromise. You didn't have to give up everything. You just had to give up a little bit of time, which you're getting. Oh, you're going to get it back. You're going to get it back. Let's look at the tarot messages here. You're going to get this time back. Tell me about this future energy here for Capricorn. And look, we have the Eight of Swords here. This talks about feeling stuck. Under the deck, Two of Wands. See, the fact that, and this is also a good thing. This is like blocking. So the Two of Wands is an action card. This is you making plans to take some sort of action. With the Eight of Swords, you stopped yourself from taking action here, right? And I feel like by doing this, this person was able to learn the lesson that they needed to learn on their own without you. There was something that was taking place that you didn't even realize that was happening behind the scenes. Do you see what I'm saying with this workplace affair? There's something untowardly perhaps that may have gone on. Again, listen, Knight of Pentacles here. Knight of Pentacles, and then we have the King of Wands. This talks about whatever it is, it's definitely going to happen. This talks about trusting, okay? Because trusting in the source, and I feel like the source is reliable. Okay, we're talking about the divine here. And that King of Wands is knowing, you knowing that this is coming to pass. Do you see what I'm saying? You knowing that you don't have to take any action at all, right? So let's look here at financial constraint and attachment here. This is the, so we have Jackass. We have the Jackass card and bad news here underneath the deck. So listen, yeah, there's an energy of don't allow bad news to make you look like a jackass. Don't allow every little thing to cause you to like overdo a situation, or to take things to a point where really you feel kind of stupid later. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't regret the fact that you allowed this little kerf kerfuffle, we'll call it a kerfuffle. You let this little kerfuffle get to you, um, and that it took place. Don't let it stick to you. Do you see what I'm saying? Don't let it stick to you. Don't let it stick to you. Interesting. Tell me about this. Tell me about this jackass and this bad news. And we have the Five of Pentacles. See, there's an energy of feeling like, and this talks about a loss of financial constraint, y'all. Financial constraints. Okay. Feeling as though this person just abandoned you, but they didn't abandon you. They didn't. They went on a journey with the Three of Pentacles. See, turning this loss into a situation where it's like, okay, I can work with that. I've learned from this situation. You know, there's an energy of kind of like really kind of growing up. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just a level of growing up. And look, 5 and 3 is 8. Working on yourself. Do you see what I'm saying? Taking this and turning it into something else. Taking your lemons and turning them into lemonade. Literally, Capricorn. Y'all need to learn how to do that and not focus on the losses so much. And when it comes to money, because this could be a financial situation as well. Um, or this could just be an energy of you lost time. I feel like it's more time related than money. I feel like you're kind of hurt because you lost time with this person that you cared about, but you can't focus on that. Make lemonade out of the situation. Fix on yourself while this person is gone. Tell me about deceit and compromise. Don't don't deceive yourself into thinking that because you had to give up a little bit of time that everything is lost, because it's not. You're going to end up wasting even more time being in that energy. So this was in the reverse. I miss you in the reverse. I miss you in the reverse. It again, it's like that energy of, don't be so focused on the fact that you miss this person. Get out of your feelings. Get more into why this person was gone, or the opportunities that you have taken, or how you've grown. Okay, yeah, maybe you missed this person, but there was a lot that you accomplished as well. Under the deck, not happy. And then we have losing sleep. See what I'm saying? I feel like, yeah, there's just an energy of, see, with backstab. See, I feel like, again, that's where the deceit comes in. That's where you can get too deep into the what do you call, the trenches. Don't get so deep in the trenches of the emotions of how you felt about the situation. With the spiritual gifts here, okay, I feel like there's an energy in divine masculine, controlling your emotions, ascending above those feelings. Do you see what I'm saying? Is going to really take you beyond this situation. And your person is going to be like, ooh, this person is really grown, and they're going to really respect you even more. I feel like the relationship is going to be even stronger, right? You missing this person is going to be a non factor. But if you're so caught up in that, that's when, you can deceive yourself and get caught up in the emotions and turn it into a whole nother situation. You know what I mean? Make the situation worse. It's like, come on. That's what the enemy wants. And I feel like spirit wants you to allow things to happen naturally. Oh, how does this resonate? In a beautiful way, y'all. That card just went down. Okay, so yeah, justice in the reverse. See, getting caught up in feeling like, you know what, this is unfair, or feeling like with retribution involved, like, this person needs to realize how I felt. Don't get caught up in that, because you'll turn this into a tit for tat, and then it will be a war. It will be a problem. You'll push this person further away. It'll take even longer to mend fences, right? So again, I feel like don't put your hands in it. This is the second time I've given the message to my collective. Don't touch it. Allow God to. You'll push things further away if you try to control it or fix things for God. See the star under the deck. I cannot make this up, you guys. With the Page of Wands, there's an energy of, listen, don't get so excited that you try to start doing things for the divine. With the Emperor, see, you need to control yourself, y'all. We're not going to get these cards over and over again. See, with the Queen of Pentacles, it's like sit back, relax, woosah, take a couple of deep breaths, breathing exercises, whatever it is you need to do. But you need to just allow God and allow God to handle it, because it's under control. Spirit has it under control. There's nothing you could do except for piss God off, or make God upset or angry, and you end up having to wait longer. So don't get involved. See, the devil, don't get involved, okay? Don't allow temptation to push you further away from God's promises. Page of Pentacles, there's an energy of just sit back, allow God to do it. Don't be so quick to throw your hand up and have all the answers. You don't always have to have the answers. That's toxic. There's energy of just let God, let go and let God. As my incense is going out, I will end this reading. If you would like more of an extended, I also do Capricorn versus all 12 in the extendeds. I am going to go back to giving you guys a link straight to the extended on my other platform, because I think that that went over a little bit better with you guys. So I will be doing that and just providing the direct link for you once the extended is complete. But if you would like to have this extended before I have it available, please reach out to me and I will make a link available to you. All right. I love you guys so much. Take care of each other and yourselves. I will be back with Aquarius and then Pisces to finish out our June readings. And then I will get started early on July. I love you guys and I'll see you later. Bye. Oh, I am going to go live so you guys can vote on what type of spread you would like for the month of July. All right. I'll see y'all later. Bye. Mwah.